This is the Spencer Walsh Radio Network. Thank you so much for listening to the show today. Just want to let you know about a few episodes coming down the pike. The Wake Up continues, and a new episode of the list is all new this Wednesday. We've got a big announcement coming for you ahead of Memorial Day, so stay tuned for that. Big announcement coming up. Also, new episodes of Global will be coming later this month. Stay tuned for more info on that. This is the Spencer Walsh Radio Network. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to Newsflash. So much stuff to get to here today. Pretty dramatic scene on Alabama, an Alabama Senate floor. This comes days after Georgia passed one of the most strict de facto abortion bans in the country. Alabama's Republicans are following in hot pursuit, trying to pass a bill virtually banning abortions entirely. On Thursday, their attempts to make the bill even more restrictive than it already was caused an uproar on the Senate floor. The bill passed in Alabama's House last week, effectively banning abortions altogether, with the exception of pregnancies that threaten the life of the mother. Rape or incest, screw that. Under the bill, performing abortions would be a felony punishable by up to 99 years in prison. The State Senate Judiciary Committee added an additional exception for pregnancy stemming from rape or incest, okay? And that got dropped in the Senate on Thursday. So that's where things really got heated. So things got heated there when they tried to drop the rape or incest call. So they tried to sneak in. This is after Alabama Republicans tried to sneak in through a measure that would make all abortions punishable by up to 99 years in prison, without even as much as a normal roll call vote, just for literally seconds. That's how long they had it. So let's take a listen to this kind of craziness happening here. All right, here we go. This is from Arlen Parsa on Twitter. Wait for it. It's about to explode. Oh, here it goes. Yeah, so it pretty much goes crazy here. This is what they try to do, saying, and a pretty interesting moment here after that when the Democratic women, by the way, there are only women on the Democratic side, no women on the Republican side, which is pretty funny. So this just continues to pretty much go on and on. This is Bobby Singleton there talking. There was no motion. That's what he's saying. He did not make a motion. Senate President Lieutenant Governor Will Ainsworth pushed the change through in a second song voice vote. That's what they're trying to do, and that's what he's so mad about at this point. Yeah, honestly, I don't think that's too much to ask for. So Alabama Senate Republicans, they tried to sneak this in. They have 0 women on their among their members. Their caucus is literally 100% men. The only 4 women in the Alabama Senate are Democrats. So it's Coleman, Madison, Dunn, Figures, and Sanders Fortier, I believe. Sanders Fortier, I don't know. So the Senate has delayed the full vote on the bill until next week. Not the slight delay matters. It's just, again, another effort for the Supreme Court to overturn Roe v. Wade. And if you live in Texas or in a deep red area, you are pretty much screwed if you want to have an abortion. So that's just that simple. Speaking of our country going to hell, President Donald Trump appeared to before a raucous crowd of supporters for one of his other MAGA rallies in Panama Beach City, Florida on Wednesday. Then he joined the audience laughing at an impromptu laughing at an impromptu suggestion of the crowd. What if the U.S. just murdered undocumented immigrants? So here is the clip in question here from The Guardian. Let's take a listen.
I mean, when you have 15,000 people marching up and you have hundreds and hundreds of people and you have 2 or 3 border security people that are brave and great, and don't forget, we don't let them, and we can't let them use weapons. We can't. Other countries do. We can't. I would never do that. But how do you stop these people? You can't. There's no...
That's what the audience member said, shoot them.
That's only in the panhandle you can get away with that statement.
Only in the panhandle, folks. Woo!
Only in the panhandle.
Good Lord. That is, like, the fact that people think that way, the fact that people think, yeah, let's just shoot other humans who are tired, poor, hungry, starving, whatever, thirsty, just trying to make a better life in America. Yeah, let's just shoot them, folks. Shoot them. Let's shoot them, folks. Like, how much of a demented idiot you have to be? I mean, like, there's this guy that, like, and the thing is, people don't get this, like, especially people who live in liberal bubbles. I like to say, oh yeah, you think I live in a liberal bubble or whatever, but like, what I don't get is people are like, literally, a guy came up to me, was like, yesterday, he was like, yeah, you know they have no-go zones in Sweden. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, because people, like, this stuff spreads through everywhere with online, YouTube. People see it on Twitter. Like, they see it on all types of places, just absolutely false information. It's getting to people. People, like, especially in liberal areas. Like, I live in New York. Like, that's obviously a liberal area. And, like, this gets to people. I'm telling you, people actually believe this stuff. People actually think this. And, I mean, sure, it'll probably change when they get to college, to be completely and perfectly honest. But still, that doesn't make it any less disturbing. Like, this is a reality, and this is something that is really happening here. The fact that people, like, this is spreading to a very, very, very disturbing degree. All right, so yeah, like that kind of set of violence against immigrants, like that kind of rhetoric just cannot be allowed to stay. It's just too dangerous. All right, yeah. Speaking of someone who's just awful, Fox News host Jesse Waters, known for spewing his racist, sexist, putrid garbage all over the Fox News network, and Fox News glowing because of it, simply couldn't help himself on Wednesday evening's episode 5 from talking that ish about Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar and shrugging off the rest of people who have made threats on her life. Cool, classy stuff here from good friend Jesse Waters over at The 5. Which is, we just, folks, we absolutely love to see it. We have the clip for you here. It's coming. We're having a little problems with the internet right now. Just give us a break. And yeah, this is going to be some pretty glorious stuff. I think we're going to pause it here at a few points.
It's bizarre that the left tries to stick its neck out for someone like this so much after she said so many dumb things and so many offensive things. Why do they do?
By the way, how about Donald Trump? Like, it's like, I look in the mirror, man. You're a guy who thinks that stuff is strongest guy. Like, maybe because they like the things that she's saying. No, not the things that you think are anti-Semitic, but the things that challenge Israel, the things that are challenging the people in power, things that are challenging you and forcing you maybe just to open your mind a little bit and realize that there is maybe more than one perspective in the world about issues like Israel, about issues like the banks in this country, the issues about race, issues about like culture, stuff like that. And he's going to go on to say some pretty incredible things. Like, but the first thing, just right off the bat, incredible. Why do the Democrats defend somebody who says so many quote-unquote dumb things? Like, after he's just spent the past 3 years defending Donald Trump to the ridiculous amount.
Do that. And I think the reason why they do that is not because they want to protect her personally, because she's not that talented, she doesn't raise a lot of money, she's not that likable or empathetic. The left wants to protect.
She's literally more likable than literally everyone in the Republican Party like put together. Like there's not a soul in that party who's any like charisma, any spot like besides Donald Trump. Like, yeah, sure, you got Donald Trump, I know that, but you got who's your standard bearer of charisma in that party? Ted Cruz, Marco Rubio. Like, are you kidding me? Like, give me a break with that. Like, there's no. Like, Like, they don't even know what charisma is if it hit them on the freaking head and knocked them out.
The ability of the left to traffic in anti-Semitism.
Yeah, they love doing that. They love trafficking in anti-Semitism. That's what they want to protect. Nancy Pelosi wants to traffic in anti-Semitism. Chuck Schumer, he wants to traffic in anti-Semitism. Jerry Nadler, he really, really, really wants to traffic in anti-Semitism. Go ahead, say that. Like, all the left's Democratic leaders, like 3/4, like the people that you see representing the Democratic Party on the news most of the time, they're overwhelmingly Jewish, and they're overwhelmingly against this stuff. And you look at the left as a whole, like, again, this is another misrepresentation of this to fit his own worldview. Like, he would not see Israel tolerated. He would not see Israel challenged in any way, shape, or form, because it just goes against his worldview. And he is not good at accepting or hearing other people's opinions at all, and it leads to just ridiculousness.
Because there's a very strong strain of anti-Semitism on the left that needs to flourish, apparently.
But wait, guys. Remember, there are good people on both sides of a Nazi and counter-Nazi ballot. Like, the Nazis are good too, folks. Nazis are good too. How much you want to bet Jesse Waters defended that statement to the T when he said it back in July of whatever the hell it was? Like, what an absolutely blind guy. Like, no idea what's happening. No one has a memory of a squirrel. It's ridiculous.
And needs to be protected. So Seth Meyers gets up there and takes it upon himself to do that when he should be trying to make jokes. Mm-hmm. And
yeah, guys, Seth Meyers, he really wants to he wants to traffic in anti-Semitism too. He really does, guys. Like, there's literally, like, I mean, I know he doesn't consider himself Jewish, but I think he's from Jewish descent, if Wikipedia is to be believed. Like, I mean, honestly, like, why are we researching people's descent of how Jew they are? Like, it's a little disturbing, but still, like, the fact that, again, like, the belief that Seth Meyers wants to traffic in, he should be telling jokes. Like, you know nothing about telling jokes. Give me a break. Like, that's funny in of itself.
Trying to help his career long term, because to position himself to the left of Colbert, I don't think you want to be there when you're in line for that late night show. And when everybody gets death threats. McCain gets them big time. We get them. We don't whine about them.
I give death threats to Jesse. Is that what you do?
Yeah, and I forward him to HR.
Yeah, that's the guy who thinks he's a. That's the right-wing comedian Greg Gutfeld. I give death threats to Jesse. Yeah, do people show up trying to murder you? Do people, like, no, they don't. You don't get death threats. Give me a break. You do not get death threats. Police. Oh, we don't want about death threats. We don't want about people trying to come in and assassinate us. Like, credible threats on our lives. Yeah, we don't want about that. No, because they don't exist. They literally don't exist. No one cares about your stupid show at 5 in the freaking afternoon.
Agree with Greg. No, but I think, in response to you, I just want to quickly say, I think that the whole notion of people saying obnoxious anti-Semitic things, even marching in the streets, I think we see that from the right. Blood and soil, Jews will not replace us.
I think you need to check your sources.
I think you need to check your sources on that, guys. Oh, that's good. That is some good stuff from my man, Jesse Waters. Guys, remember to check your sources and have a good few days. Newsflash is back next Sunday. We'll see you then. Until then, enjoy the wake up tomorrow. And guys, remember, always check your sources, guys. Remember that.